Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the collective for January 20th, 2020. I just want to thank all of you for your love and support and for being on this journey with me. If this video resonates with you, I'm just going to ask that you give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment and share, and ring that notification bell if you guys want to get notified whenever I upload anything new. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and tap into the energies for today, January 20th, 2020. So angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and spirit guides and spirit, what messages do you have for the collective, January 20th, 2020? What messages, do you have for the collective, January 2020? What messages do you guys have for the collective, January 2020? January 20th, 2020. Messages for the collective, January 20th. Messages for the collective, January 20th. Okay, your overall energy for this reading is the Queen of Swords. This can be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, which you may have in your chart, or you just might be exhibiting these qualities, or this might be the energies that are surrounding you. But the Queen of Swords, she's somebody who's very assertive, somebody who's very ambitious. She's very good at communicating. She's very direct in communicating. She's also somebody, this sword that points straight up, I love this, pointing straight up into the heavens or up, is also receiving a lot of enlightenment, a lot of messages from the divine, from her angels, from her ancestors, from her spirit guides. Somebody who's very, very extremely connected. Now, she's somebody who doesn't lead with her heart. She leads with her head. She's very logical. Sometimes she can be she could be very, very pragmatic, but also a bit black and white. And she has been through a lot. I love that there's this bird flying over her, which also says that she's able to see the big picture. Her judgment isn't clouded. So somebody who sees things very clearly, somebody who's very connected to the divine or to her spirit guides, receiving downloads, maybe going through enlightenment. Yep, and there we go. We have the rooster saying, yes, ma'am, that's exactly what's happening. And she's also, and I love how her hand here, how she's directing her energy. She's directing her words, her communications. She's sharing the knowledge that's coming to her. It's really interesting because right before I started this reading, you guys, I was going to say, sorry about the rooster. I was going to say, for some of you, I know some other readers that I listen to, as well as myself, have experienced some serious energy shifts at the moment, especially when we had the 111 portal and then we had the full moon lunar eclipse. All of this energy, I mean, I haven't read in a couple of days, and that's a lot for me. Like, I needed to take some time off. I just have, and I haven't been feeling well. I got a little bit sick, and then I got better, and then I started feeling sick again. And so, like, it's just really interesting. The energies here have been really, really intense. And for those of you that are experiencing something similar, most likely throat chakra stuff, heart chakra stuff, third eye, crown chakra, energy movement. If you don't know what that is, you guys can go ahead and take a look. But this woman, this Queen of Swords, and again, it doesn't have to be a female. It can, because we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. But it's the feminine side here, and she's very ambitious, very assertive, but she's also very, very connected. And I also just love how she's directing her energy to, where she wants to direct it. Like, she's very clear about where her energies, her thoughts, her communications need to go. All right, underneath that we have the Hermit. So some of you guys might have been taking some time out. This is the Virgo card, and it may be kind of time now, just like myself, to sort of step out of that inward doing that inner work or step out of isolation is what I'm getting. All right, we have the Eight of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. This is somebody who's moving on. I love that we have the full moon and the new moon. All right, so again, speaking to that, full moon lunar eclipse that we had, probably really showed you what it is that you need to walk away from or what it is you need to walk towards. Underneath that, we do have the Tower. So some of you might be feeling like, you're cleaning up. You're cleaning up after the aftermath of some major shift that you guys have experienced. But ultimately, with the Wheel of Fortune underneath that is saying this is all for the better. So if you guys have been feeling a little bit wonky or a little bit funky, that's probably why, because of all of these major energy shifts, and just hang in there. In my meditation as well, I did get the violet flame energy, again, which is like all of this process of change and maturation, okay, that we're going through. It may not always feel really great at the time, but it makes you wiser, and that the violet flame is that guiding light for you guys, that even if you still are feeling a little bit funky or feeling a little bit lost or feeling like, whoa, like you're swimming or you're drowning, that there is this light that will guide you, and it's almost over. Okay, and when I say it's almost over, I mean the hardships and, difficulties. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the cards that we have. Almost all of them are in reverse, except for our very first card here, which we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and it's a huge blessing. So for some of you, I'm really getting, you might have been, some of you might have been going through something very difficult, and it may have also been affecting your physical body, your health, not only just your emotions, but your health. Because I am seeing this Ace of Pentacles as that full moon in Cancer, lunar eclipse energy, which may have led you through a big change or through a significant Tower moment. Okay, but as we see with the Queen of Swords, okay, our overall energy, she's able, she's receiving all of this information, and then she's able to direct it just with her hand, right, to where it needs to go, knowing, okay, the purpose of this change, and feeling that, knowing that this transformation isn't easy, but it is something that's necessary for our evolution and for our growth. And Spirit is telling us that this Ace of Pentacles, this is a blessing, although it may not have felt like it. Okay, so for example, when somebody last week when I got sick, I was doing too much. It was Spirit's way of telling me, hey, slow down, work through this energy that's going on. And it doesn't feel nice to be sick, but afterwards you can see, or I can see, wow, okay, yeah, I really needed that break. All right, because there was a lot. Yep, and the rooster agrees. Sorry for the distractions, you guys. It makes me laugh. But that it was a necessary break. So Spirit built in a break for me, even though it didn't feel that nice at the time. We have the next card coming out. We have it's Taurus Libra energy. It's the Empress card, and the Empress is all about growth and all about expansion and all about manifesting. When she's in the reverse, though, it's kind of like your creativity might feel like it's a little bit blocked at the moment, or that maybe you were on the wrong path. You weren't able to manifest, or you weren't manifesting what you wanted and when you wanted. All right, and so the Empress in reverse is saying there might be a little bit of stunted growth at the moment, but don't worry, okay? Patience is needed here with the Temperance card. But we do have the Two of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy coming out, showing us in the reverse. It really takes me back to the Ace of Wands, that you might not be experiencing the growth that you want or seeing the results that you want, or maybe you feel like you have some sort of creative block. For some of you, I feel like it's in writing, or it might be in art, or something that you've been trying to create, okay? And again, remember, this is sort of a blessing, because it's going to ask you to come back, sort of analyze what's going on, but also take a little bit of a rest, okay? This will be a blessing in disguise, as we say. This Two of Wands energy takes us back to that Ace of Wands. It's that spark, it's that knowledge, it's that, it's that aha moment, it's that green light to go. But sometimes we can lose sight of that when things aren't going our way, or if we kind of get stuck or anchored in some sort of negative or lower vibration. All right, and that's at this Empress card in reverse. This blessing, this timeout period, this healing period. Take time to process all of the energies that are happening right now. Okay, take time to process what's going on in your life and how you're feeling. Okay, and really just sort of get back to that root, to that foundation. Okay, what is it that you love? What is your passion? The Temperance card in reverse is saying yes, because some healing is necessary at this time. You need to take that time out. You need to be patient. Not everything is going to happen when, how, and where you want it to happen. And the Temperance card representing Sagittarius is saying, hey, for some of you, you guys might have been overeating lately, okay? A lot of people have, or over drinking, or somehow in not being able to creatively express your energies and express yourself, it might have created some, or you might be coping in a way that isn't or coping in a God, he really does want to kick off today. Coping in a non-balanced way. Overeating, over drinking, over analyzing, maybe even watching too many YouTube videos, okay? Anything like that. So Spirit is asking like, hey, pull back. This time for healing and rest is going to be really important. Trying to bring balance back. The Two of Wands card, is also all about making a decision which direction you want to go in. All right. And I feel like there was a bit of confusion. Things got a little bit weird. Okay. Because this Empress in reverse is kind of like this stunted manifestations, not being able to create, not being able to sit comfortably in your home, in your emotions and that sort of thing. But really this is a blessing because something needed to be thought through and there is some sort of healing that needs to take place so that you guys can bring balance back. All right, so let's go ahead. I guess he's just going to kick off all reading. Let's go ahead and see what additional messages we have for the collective, January 20th, 2020. All right, and I love the 20-20-20. All right, remember that twos, are all about making decisions. They're also about balance. They're also about partnership. So you guys might be experiencing this in a love or romantic situation, or it could be a business partnership, or it could be, which I'm feeling for a lot of you, is more within. Okay, it's more about that balance between you and your higher self and feeling emotionally and physically balanced. Okay, we have firm foundation, number 4. It's so weird because when I was thinking about this, I mentioned, the foundation and the root, and I was really thinking about that base chakra. This base chakra is coming back, okay? That Two of Wands going back to that Ace of Wands. That's what I was seeing in my mind's eye. That root chakra, your foundation, finding that balance. You need to be strong at the root, at your foundation in order to build. Because we did see the tower in reverse, a tower that has come down because the foundation was shaky. Also another message to say, hey, let's go ahead and check and see where we can fill in any gaps, where we can strengthen our foundations in order to go forward, okay? And then in order to manifest what it is we want and need at this time and what is best for us and our love tribe. All right, fertility. Here we have the Empress coming out twice. Double confirmation here, you guys. Really, really beautiful. And the Rooster is saying, yes, this is necessary for you to manifest. Really do that work. For those of you that do energy work, really focusing on that base chakra. I'm also getting the sacral chakra, which is creativity. And then we also have fertility, and she's dealing here. We see this heart chakra. So really finding that balance and doing some healing. Now, some of you might be experiencing healing or a resurgence of issues that you thought you might have dealt with already. All right, and there's a lot of different reasons for that. But really, really focusing on that foundation, balancing your energy, all right, is really going to be key here for you stepping into this Empress power, which is, you can totally tap into it. But there is just a little bit of healing that needs to take place and a little bit of a timeout, which Spirit is saying is an actual blessing. I hope you guys can't hear that. The animals today are just going nuts. One of my cats was playing in a drawer. Okay, additional message for the collective, January 2020. All right, and then we have patience and planning. Number 7s. Okay, so interesting, you guys. In my meditation before this reading, it was all about 7-7. Sevens are about reevaluation, about introspection. But sevens, the patience and the planning, I love this because we see these two pillars. We see the pillars show up in a lot of different cards in the tarot, but more than anything with the High Priestess. And the High Priestess energy is all about pulling back, exactly like I was saying, this need to rest, this need to rejuvenate, pulling back so that you can make a decision. All right, we have this one pillar, we have a red pillar, and we have a black pillar. All right, some of you might be needing to make a decision at this point, and you might be feeling a bit confused. The sevens, again, we have, the Seven of Wands is all about pushing through, is all about struggling, it's all about defending yourself. And again, Spirit is saying you're going to need a lot of patience and planning in order to defend what's best for you, okay, in order to find that balance. Sevens are a number of spirituality. All right, they're a number of, also telling you, yes, you're on the right path. This abundance and this happiness is coming to you. Sorry, guys, one moment. It's also telling you that it's time, that the end of old habits and fears and uncertainties are going to be, those are coming to a close. It's a cycle of closure. Okay, and there's a new era of major shifts and energies that you're experiencing. And when you're experiencing these energy shifts, just as I have been and many others have, it might not feel so good. But it does mean the beginning of something new. Here we have this egg shape, and this fertility. It's about this infinite possibilities that are opening up to you as we enter into this new cycle. So this is this is a very, very deeply spiritual reading, you guys, for the collective. And I do apologize, this is going to come up a little bit late. I couldn't do any readings over the weekend. And I normally do, but I just felt like I personally needed to take a break as well. All right, so let's go ahead and see what additional messages we have for the collective. January 2020. 20th, 2020. We have 63. We have nothing is wasted. Yeah, so for those of you that are worried about, I'm going back to these pillars. Spirit's asking me to go back to these pillars and going back to that High Priestess energy. Also, there's a lot of things that might be happening, when we have a down period, especially when we're in this Capricorn energy, although we're shifting out of it, it's all about go, 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 go. And I just want you guys to remember when nothing is happening, when it seems like nothing is happening, there can be a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes for you. Okay, so this time out, this period for you to really sort of work on your foundation, just process the energy shifts, process the downloads, the spiritual, the energies that you guys are receiving, the messages that you guys are receiving. Just because you feel like you might not be moving forward and Capricorn wants you to always move forward, is like a real workhorse. Spirit is saying nothing is wasted. And 63 breaks down to a 9. Okay, and 9s are about completing something. So ending an old cycle where this Empress is in reverse, not being able to create, not being able to manifest, taking some time out, being patient, and healing. Okay, and we see that being able to make the right decision, being able to decide, okay, which direction is best for you and your soul tribe or your loved ones. Okay, and taking that time out doesn't mean that you're falling behind. Okay, and even if it's like you decide you have to go in a new direction, all right, as old fears and old habits are dropping away, as you experience these energy shifts, okay, Spirit's saying, hey, nothing is wasted. It doesn't mean that you're falling behind. Okay, and then we have Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. Wow, 53 breaks down to an 8. 8 is also that sort of that symbol of manifestation. It's about abundance. It's about happiness. Everything, you guys are going to be able to manifest anything and everything that you want. But patience is going to be required. Remember that there's a gestation period for everything. Okay, so and there's a reason for that. All right, so you might be in that period and Spirit's saying, just hang on, be patient. More planning is necessary. You need to absorb these energy shifts before you move forward, but don't worry, you will be moving forward. Okay, let's go ahead and pull a final card or energy that will assist the collective during these energy shifts that we've been experiencing for January 20th, 2020. Pele, divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? I love that. Some of you need to do a rethink. And I was really seeing that here with that Two of Wands in reverse. I love the confirmation here. So I'm just going to say thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation, something that's very important. This Two of Wands is all about making a decision. And in the reverse, it's bringing me back, or it was really bringing me back to that initial spark, which I'm seeing here. Again, the Queen of Swords energy, if we take a look, she's receiving a lot of downloads. She's receiving a lot of messages, okay? She's receiving images, and she's able to direct it. You can see, all right, she's taking this time to receive, process the energy shifts, the messages that she's receiving, and then she's able to direct it where she needs it to and where she wants it to. And this is what Spirit is saying. You might have felt like a little bit clouded. Some of you might have gotten sick. A lot of you might be feeling some throat chakra work. Again, in this reading, loads of distractions. My dogs, my cats, everybody's hopping around, bumping around, chickens going crazy. Being able to cut through the noise, okay? And then being able to process what it is you want, what it is you need, what is your divine passion, what is your heart's true desire, what soul path are you on? Okay, what direction do you want to move in? All right, and we're seeing that with that Pele, this divine passion, as that, I'm seeing it loud and clear as that Ace of Wands. Getting that clarity, but you'll need to take some time out to heal and rest, rejuvenate, especially when we've been experiencing all these crazy shifts, all right, in order to get back on that path. But just watch and wait. Nothing is wasted. Patience and planning. Work on your foundation and make sure that you see it all as a blessing. All right, I'm going to leave it there with you guys. I love this reading and the synchronicity in this reading. I'm also seeing 3 threes, 63, 3, and 53. Threes are about growth and about expansion, and this is the journey that you guys are on. All right, so I love you guys. Please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, and share. Ring that notification bell, and I just want to thank you guys for listening, and I love you so much.